Knee to the jaw. Welcome back. You're watching TrendingSA right here on SABC3. Don't forget that we're also streaming on TrendingSA.tv. Ms. Lena, you have some tweets for us.
That's right, Bobby, I do.
Says.
Willem something says, wait guys, T-Splain must chill, but Aliyah has and will always be the princess of hip-hop. Yeah!
Yes, Lala. Yes, Lala.
And then so says Jackie says, TrendingSA, I haven't heard that famous laughter in a while, Pabi Moloi. Could you kindly tell that guy to laugh just one more time?
Where is he?
Lindani.
He's on strike. This
on
guy.
strike. Even yesterday he wasn't around.
No, I know what to do. Psst. Lindani loves to eat cake. Can someone just go buy him a cake? He'll be back, I
Or a
promise
young
you.
donut even.
Yeah, I don't have money on me right now. I'll just check in my wallet later. No? But buy him a cake. Sorry, Nina, you were saying?
That's all, Pabi.
Thank you
That's
so
about
much.
it.
Keep sharing your posts, your likes, your RTs, and anything else. We really do love hearing from you. Remember to tag at SABC3. It is now time for Worth a Follow.
If you're a fan of photography, then tonight's Worth a Follow is someone you need to follow. I'm pretty sure you probably come across his work on billboards showcasing the hashtag Fees Must Fall images, or maybe you've seen his work, like there's a collaborative project titled The Honey on local newspapers. And if you're an Instagram addict like myself, and actually Pabi's the worst.
Ha!
She is.
Teach me ways.
You would also have seen some of his prolific images of Johannesburg's taxi industry. Put simply, he's a genius with a cameras. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Kgomotso Neto Tleane.
Hello. Hello. Maintain eye contact when you greet. Look. Hello.
Welcome.
Thank you for having me here.
It's really nice. It's nice to see you in this format. Since
Yes.
I actually met him in the street and followed him on Instagram immediately when I saw him taking photographs of things. So it's really nice to have you here. Listen, earlier this year, you were part of this photographic sort of competition that you kind of entered. It was like you were asked to take part in the 2018 New York Portfolio Review.
Yeah.
So somebody spotted your work and they invited you to take part in this thing, but they don't exactly like, listen, so we're sending you a ticket, the chauffeur's outside, and you're going to stay at my grandmother's cottage. It's not how it works. You kind of have to make your way to these places. So what did you do? How did you kind of, actually, I know what you did. You sort of created this crowdfunding thing, hashtag, what was the hashtag?
Get Neto to NY.
Get Neto to New York.
Yeah.
Tell me about the whole process. From the beginning, entering the thing, all the way to the crowdfunding campaign.
So every year, the New York Portfolio Review puts out like an open call for photographers to apply to this thing where their work is reviewed. And about like 2,000 people apply to this thing, and they only accept around 150 photographers from around the world.
Okay.
So a friend of mine pushed me to apply because he was there the previous year. So he's like, yo man, check this thing out, apply. And yeah, I applied, and I didn't even think that I was going to be accepted. My thing was just like, let me just try this thing out and see how it goes. After applying, I think a month later, that's when they actually told us that we've been accepted to actually come through and attend the review. But at the time, I didn't know how I was gonna like get there. I didn't have any sort of like funding or any money. Yeah. And the time was short between when I was told that I've been accepted to when the review was gonna happen. I got advice from people. They were like, yo man, apply for funding. I'm like, that's not gonna work.
Short notice.
So the hashtag worked?
Basically, yeah. So I created a hashtag called Get Neto to NY.
How much did you raise, Neto?
I can't really remember how much money I raised, but I had enough money to actually get a ticket and to actually stay in New York for like about 10 days.
Oh, wow.
And still came back. So I sold my prints. I sold my work, and people bought the work.
Okay. Wow. So it was a profitable event as well for you.
Yes.
Isn't New York amazing? Just
It is.
oh my gosh,
The shopping hours.
It feels like a whole movie set. Like,
But this is the thing. So looking through the lens that you look through, I know that you cover a lot of inner city stuff here in Johannesburg, right?
Yeah.
So there is a view that you're maybe profiting from people's despair or
Yeah.
from spiti-piti or whatever it is. What's your response to that?
I think my take is that like these are spaces that I frequent.
Yeah.
This is where I grew up. This is where I catch a taxi all the time.
Sure.
So I'm very like familiar with the spaces, and I'm familiar with some of the people that I photograph also. And I think as a photographer, when you enter a space or photograph anyone, there has to be some level of respect that you show before you do anything. And I think that intention does show in the work. So I think I believe that in the work that I do, my intention is very much visible in the photographs that I put out. So if, let's say, there was some sort of, I know there's a lot of poverty porn out there where we romanticize like poverty a lot, but like if your intention is good in creating the work that you're creating and documenting our spaces, which is black spaces, that intention comes out really well in the
So
in the work.
basically, you took your hobby and your talents and you turned it into a business. And I'm sure there were difficulties, you know. What did you maybe face during that time? What did you learn?
Yeah, I just think as time goes, like your hobby becoming a business, there's a level of, now you become a freelancer and you have a lot of free time in your hands because you're not always shooting. But you have to sort of like learn to manage yourself in a way, you know, like know that you are actually a business and you're providing a service to people. And also I think it's really important to sort of like equip yourself with stuff that has to do with business, like filing your taxes and all the stuff. Because this stuff, as a freelancer and as an artist, you don't really take this
It's hard.
to mind until someone commissions you for like really big campaigns. And you're like, yo, man, you have to learn how to invoice properly. You have to learn how to,
You've made a business of yourself, and we can follow you, and we want everyone that's watching the show to follow you. Ladies and gentlemen, the hashtag or the handle you want to use is Kgomotso Neto _Neto. It's on the scrn right there. Thank you so much for joining us on the show tonight.
Thank you so much for having me, yo.
Thank you.
Yes.
Ladies and
Congratulations.
gentlemen,
Your work is
Kgomotso Neto!
Nicely done. All right, it's time for our next feature for tonight. This is Vavas J.
All right, so on Vavas J tonight, we are doing things a little bit differently, you know, with the first ever South African T20 Domestic League coming up this month, which we'll give you details a little bit later. We thought that we should celebrate a South African living cricket legend. Now, the one and only Makayantini, the Mdingi Express, which is his nickname, born in the beautiful village of Mdingi in the Eastern Cape, is the person that we're going to be with tonight. Well, not with, but you know what I mean. Yeah. Ntini was the first black player to ever play with the national cricket team and the third Protea to take on the 300 wickets in a test match after Sean Pollock and Alan Donald. Now let's take a look at some of the most iconic moments that Makayo had during his cricket career.
Oh, and that's out. Oh, that's... Wait, there it is. That's all six. That's six. Slip and gully in place. Oh, he's got him! Chopped it on. Good length delivery from McKay. Okay. 1, 2.
Oh, Mololos. Oh, but it was after 12 years in the game on the 9th of January 2011. Ntini retired from all forms of international cricket in a T20 against India. But in his exiting, Unganga introduced us to this stunning legacy. His son, Uthando Ntini, masimjongeni.
There will always be that pressure out there from people's expectations, being Makayantini's son. But for me, it's not to mind that personally and take that personally and be able to just shut it down. The blurry memories were holding a cricket bat and ball in Sydney, playing around with it, playing in hotel corridors with the players and stuff. So that's how I kind of got the grasp of the game and started developing it from there.
Wow, wathatha makhaya. Well done. In 2016, Unganga marked another turning point for Ulanduza Ntini as he was appointed assistant coach for the Zimbabwe national cricket team, a position which he recently resigned from at the beginning of this year. Nice job, Budwam.
Makai Ntini may have resigned from the Zim national team, but he's back home and taking part in the first ever South African T20 domestic league. I know I'm excited, but I am excited. He's the ambassador of the tournament. The project is called Mzansi Super League, and it will be launched by Cricket South Africa on the 16th of November 2018. And the final will be on the 16th of December 2018, which is also Kuli Roberts' birthday. Also, on the 16th of November, you'll understand why I'm so excited, and we'll throw back to this very moment, and you'll understand why I'm so excited. But I can't tell you now, but I'm very excited.
I'm excited!
Yes, absolutely, Nina. So you guys have heard it. Catch all the T20 matches live on SABC3 and on Radio 2000. I am wearing these gloves because I've got something very special
You're
that
very
I'm going to
weird.
be showing you later on. But don't forget that SABC1 is the official partner of the Mzansi Super League. Fast fun for all. And that is what I have for you for tonight with Vavas J.
Why are you wearing those
it's
gloves?
not. We have more. We are the SABC. So we're the official broadcast partner for the South African T20 Domestic League. And we thought we'd bring you a first glimpse of the trophy for the very, very first time. So this is the first edition that the trophy has ever been made. It's gold-plated. Wow. Designed by Laduma himself. And the trophy will be traveling across the country. So there it is.
You can't just touch it. You have to have the special
Is
glove.
it heavy, Buzzy?
Yes, it is quite
it's
heavy.
quite weighty,
It
yes.
is worth an entire T20 tournament.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So good luck to everybody who's playing, and we'll definitely be watching the entirety of this game. We're going to take a quick break. Prime Circle's coming up next after this on Trending SA on 3.
Are you guys coming to